Welcome to another episode of Legal Bites with Ruth, where we break down complex legal concepts into showable bites and show you how they affect your everyday life. My name is Ruth Oluwaleke, your host. In our previous episode, we discussed why you should never sign a document without understanding it. One document that frequently comes up in our everyday lives is a tenancy agreement. Understanding the landlord-tenant relationship can help us better navigate many of the issues that arise from such agreements. And that brings us to today's discussion: tenant-landlord relationship, what the law expects. Whether you're a landlord or a tenant, it is important to know that tenancy is not governed by personal preferences or emotions. The law regulates the relationship and sets out the rights and responsibilities of both parties. One common misconception is that a landlord can simply wake up one morning and ask the tenant to leave immediately because the property belongs to them. However, that is not how the law works. The law requires certain procedures to be followed before a tenant can be asked to vacate a property. This is to prevent arbitrariness, abuse, and unfair treatment. Generally, where a landlord wants to recover possession of a property, the appropriate notice must first be served on the tenant. The type of notice required depends on the nature of the tenancy. These notices are intended to give the tenant reasonable time to make necessary arrangement. However, the law does not protect only tenants. It also protects landlords. Once the landlord has followed the required legal process, a tenant cannot wake up and say, "Oh, I don't want to vacate the property," simply because they have not found another apartment or do not yet have the funds to secure one. Why such situations actually might be very difficult. The law expects both parties to respect the proper process. In essence, the law seeks to strike a balance. It protects tenants from unlawful and unfair treatment while also protecting landlords from being deprived of the use and the possession of their property after following due process. For this reason, neither party is expected to take matters into their own hands. The landlord should not resort to several measures such as locking out a tenant, removing doors, throwing out belongings, or disconnecting essential services. Likewise, a tenant should not disregard lawful notices or refuse to comply with the legal process. The key lesson from today's episode is simple. The law protects both landlords and tenants. Neither party has absolute power, and both parties are expected to act within the bounds of the law. Understanding this balance can help prevent unnecessary disputes and promote more peaceful tenancy relationships. In our next episode, we'll be discussing some of the rights and responsibilities of landlords and tenants, and we'll further examine common issues that often lead to conflict between them. So, as we wrap up this episode of Legal Bites with Ruth, I want you to remember that this is just a bite into the legal world, and the law plays a vital role in our everyday lives, and understanding it helps us to make informed decisions and avoid preventable problems. Until next time, stay informed, stay empowered, and remember that Legal Bites with Ruth, because understanding the law is key to building a sustainable society.